Traders, would you like to see our predictive analysis on the top 5 major pairs and how we plan to trade each of these pairs throughout this week? If you answered that question with a yes, then make sure to stick around throughout today's video. Forex Weekly Market Predictions. We do a video like this each and every Monday, so if you're interested in being alerted whenever we come out with these Forex Market Prediction videos, then make sure to click that subscribe button and click the little notification bell beside it. Also, click that like button for us while the intro and disclaimer roll to support the channel. And as soon as we get back, I'm going to be breaking down the top 5 major pairs and telling you guys how we plan to trade them here at the trading channel throughout the rest of this week. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Let's go ahead and get started today with the euro dollar. Last week on this pair, we were discussing a couple of levels of structure that we'd be paying attention to, including the 1.1686 level of support right in here. We talked about paying attention to that area for a long opportunity, and that was a zone of support that we were paying attention to that looked a little something like this. So the market actually did come down into our zone right here, and we ended up getting a nice entry reason in the EAP and taking this for a long trade that we're currently still in. Now we'll be waiting on between the 1.20 and 1.205 area to take off the second part of this position, but currently hovering a little over 100 pips in profit on that trade. Now what are we expecting next out of this pair? Well, the euro dollar has now broken above this previous level of structure resistance. What we can see out of this is a nice pullback followed by another move up. When we get that pullback, where is it likely to come into? Well, this area that was resistance is now going to have to be changed into support. So this pullback could quite possibly pull back into the 1.1862 level. If we get some kind of buying opportunity there, we can look for a long trade all the way up to this first level of resistance around 1.2060, around 1.2050. In this zone is where we'll be paying attention to for some counter trend shorting opportunities. Those are our first 2 levels of support and resistance for the euro dollar. Our next obvious level of support, if the market pushes below the 1.1862 zone, is going to be 1.1686. That's another level we can look for a long opportunity out of this pair. And as for resistance, we'll have to zoom this chart out and actually place another line in for resistance. So let's zoom out the chart and see where we have another level of possible resistance. And I already see a level right in there. And the reason I pointed out this level is because it's acted as support, resistance here, support again here, and support over here. So that's multiple times the market has respected this level, and that tells me it could be a possible important level that we need to be paying attention to here on the daily chart yet again. So if the market pushes up, we've already discussed this first level of resistance around the 1.2060 level. Well, if we get above that level, say the market does something like this, then we'll be waiting for that 1.2299 around the 1.23 even handle for our next level of possible resistance. In between these areas, we can be looking for some type of long opportunities on the way up. Same as we will here, we'll be looking for this pullback along with other long opportunities on the way up to our 1.2060 level here on the euro dollar. So that's a breakdown of the euro dollar. Let's go ahead and move on to our next pair, which is going to be the dollar yen. Here we are on the dollar yen, and this is a pair that we've had a trade out on for the last week or so. If you'd like to see a little more about that analysis that we went into, then you can click in the top right hand corner of your screen. We did a video called How to Trade False Breakouts that discussed the total analysis and breakdown of this trade. But since we already have a video out that's discussing the analysis behind this dollar yen trade, we won't discuss this specific trade. Instead, we'll go ahead and move on to what we expect next out of this pair. So here on the dollar yen, we have now broken below a previous level of support. Looking back left right here, this level was broken below. What does that mean? That means if the market pushes back up into that level, it will be resistance at that point and act as a possible place for us to take a short position. So we'll change this line to red for resistance. And as for support, looking below the market, trying to get a counter trend opportunity, we'll be looking around the 1.1047 level. So if the market continues down, that's the first level we'll look for a counter trend long opportunity. We break below that, we'll look around the 108.97 level for our next counter trend opportunity. Reason for that is because this is a level that has acted as support multiple times in the past, and could possibly act as support yet again. And if you're new to these weekly market prediction videos, it's very important to remember that we're not just waiting on the market to get down to these levels and placing a position at random. We're waiting on specific entry reasons that we use in the EAP, or in your case, specific entry reasons that you have tested and that have proven to be profitable throughout historical data for you at these levels in order to optimize our trades. So those are our two levels of support for the dollar yen. If we look at resistance, we've already discussed the 111.79 area as possible resistance. If we break above that, we have a long way to go, all the way up to the 114 even handle, around 114.23. In that zone is the next level we'll look at for a shorting opportunity, and above that, around the 115 even handle will be our next stopping point for the dollar yen. Now on this pair, we also have a little level of resistance right here. That's another level we'll pay attention to for resistance, around the 113 even handle. So there's a detailed breakdown of the dollar yen, the structural levels we're paying attention to, and how we plan to trade this pair throughout this week. Let's go ahead and move on to our next pair, the Aussie dollar. Pushing all the way down to our 0.7534 level. Now at this level, if we go to a lower time frame and see some kind of entry reason, we will be taking advantage of that as a counter trend trade. And next up, that was a clip from last week's video where we talked about the 0.7534 level, this area right here in our blue line, as being a level of possible support that we'll be paying attention to for a long opportunity on a lower time frame. As you can see, the market came down into that level and pushed up quite well. We ended up getting a little over 100 pip move from that zone all the way back up to our resistance level at 0.7627 right in here, our next red line. So last week's analysis played off quite nicely on this pair. What are we paying attention to for this week now? Well, here, I know they're very close together, but this is going to be changed into support around the 0.7583 zone, and we could see a little period of consolidation. We could see this market pulling back into the 0.7583, back up to the 0.7627, and back and forth in between here, or the market could put in a period of consolidation between the 0.76277 and the 0.7534 zone. That would look something like this. So currently, unless this market breaks above this resistance level or breaks below 0.7534, we're not really looking for anything out of the Aussie dollar this week. We could get some type of shorting opportunity from the 0.7627 area, but that doesn't make a lot of sense because we don't have very far, maybe 30 or 40 pips down to our next level of support right here. So looking for that shorting opportunity is not going to be an optimal trade. Now if the market pushes above the 0.76277 area, we can start to look for some long trades out of this pair. And if we push down, even if we break below the 0.7583 area, then look at that as resistance. We don't have very far to go, maybe 40 pips again between the two levels of support. So unless we break below the 0.753 zone and then look for some type of shorting opportunities down to the next level of support, we really don't have an optimal opportunity to trade the Aussie dollar. So let's go ahead and point out all of these key levels. If we push up, we can look for some long opportunities all the way up to the 0.7735 on the Aussie dollar. If we break above that level, we'll look around the 0.781 area as our next level of resistance. Pushing down, not really paying attention to the 0.75 area for a long opportunity because there's not much distance between here. But if we push all the way down to the 0.7534 zone, we could look for a long opportunity from there. Below that, at the 0.7459 area will be the next level we look at for a long opportunity here on the Aussie dollar. There's our detailed breakdown of the Aussie dollar. Let's go ahead and move on to our next pair, the pound dollar. Here on the pound dollar, the market looking as though it could break out of this period of consolidation that we've been in over the past couple of months. And if we finally do break above that period of consolidation, what we can look for is a pullback into our yellow zone we pointed out last week between the 1.3305 area, which is our black line, and the 1.3246 area, which is our red line. If the market pulls back into that area, we can be looking for some type of long opportunity to continue the newfound trend, which should be up after breaking out of the resistance level of this period of consolidation. So because of that, we need to go ahead and change the color of this line to blue for support. And if this does happen and we push up, then the next level we'll look at for resistance after pushing up is around 1.3441 on the pound dollar. We push up above that, we'll be looking at these highest highs back here around the 1.3597 level. As for support, as I said, if we push down, we're going to be looking around the 1.3246 zone for support. And this entire zone is the first place we'll look for trend continuation to the upside if we get a break above this period of consolidation. And as for our next level support, if we continue to push down after that, it'll be the support level for this period of consolidation around the 0.56 zone. Right down here, because this level has acted as support multiple times in the past, which means if the market gets down to this level again, we should be paying attention to it and expecting it to act as possible support yet again. So as for the immediate future on the pound dollar, we're looking for either this market to pull back into our zone, give us some kind of long opportunity here at the trading channel, or if we see this market continue up, we'll be looking for long opportunities on lower time frames until we get to the 1.344 level here on the pound dollar. Let's go ahead and move on to our next pair now, which is going to be our final pair of the video, the dollar Swiss. Here we are on the dollar Swiss, and last week we had a level of structure we were paying attention to right here at these previous support levels around the 0.9946 area. This is a level we discussed as a possible level to go short if we got a really good entry based on a lower time frame, because the prevailing trend on this market was up, so we needed a really good entry reason down on a lower time frame in order to take advantage of that at the 0.9946 level, and we ended up getting a pretty good entry reason. But just to show you guys a little more about why I was paying attention to that zone, if we look back here in the past, you can see that level acting as not only support in the past but also as resistance multiple times as well. So this in the past has been an extremely important level, and it proved to be another important level here as the market pushed up to that level, gave us an entry reason, and is now pushed down. We're currently waiting to see if this market can continue in the downward direction to hit our profit target around the 0.97402 zone. So let's go ahead and take off the position tool. Currently sitting a little over 150 pips in profit on the dollar Swiss. And let's take a look at what we're expecting next out of this market. Well, we have now broken below this previous level of support at the 0.9873 zone. Because of that, this level is now going to be acting as resistance, meaning that if the market pushes up from where it's at right now and we get to the 0.9873 level, we'll be looking for shorting opportunities and trend continuation from that area. We'll be looking for that area to push the market down to the 0.97402 zone. That's our next level of support, where we're thinking of taking that second position off, along with looking for some counter trend opportunities to the upside. Now if we push below that level, let's go ahead and zoom the chart out a little, and we'll actually have to go ahead and point out another key level of structure that we'll be paying attention to. Have you spotted one yet? I already see the next key level of structure I'll be paying attention to, and it is right in here. And the reason for that is because this level has acted as support here and here. Here is support, resistance here, and resistance here. So because the market has bounced around this level and used it as support and resistance multiple times in the past, that's another level I'll be expecting the market to react from in the future. So our first level of support, the 0.9740 level, the second level of support, if we break below that, the 0.9633 zone, we'll be paying attention to for our next counter trend long opportunities out of the dollar Swiss. Now we've already discussed this first level of resistance at the 0.9873 zone. That's the first level we'll look for shorting opportunities. The next level will be the 0.9946 level. That's the next level we'll be looking at for a possible short trade out of the dollar Swiss. As for the immediate future for this week, as we said, either a pullback up to the 0.9873 zone for a possible shorting opportunity, or this market to continue in its downtrend and on a lower time frame, possibly a day trading time frame, taking a look at some shorting trend continuation opportunities all the way down to the 0.9740 level. And for us here at the trading channel, we're just holding on to the second part of this position, see if we can catch some extra profits out of it. So there is our detailed breakdown of the dollar Swiss, and that's a detailed breakdown of the top 5 major pairs. If these videos are helpful for you and you agree with this type of analysis and you'd like to learn more about it and learn more about the entry reasons, strategies, and how we take a handle on discipline here at the trading channel, then you can learn more about those things by including yourself in the EAP Training Program. This program's already helped many traders in their process to becoming independently profitable. So if you'd like to learn more about that program, then there is a link in the description labeled EAP. And I'm not sure when you'll be watching this, but I am releasing this video on Cyber Monday, and until midnight tonight, you have the opportunity to get in that program, the lifetime membership to that program, meaning only a one-time payment for 50% off. So again, if you're interested in that, take a look at the link in the description or in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Otherwise, if you would like to make sure you're alerted when we come out with other valuable content, then you can go over to thetradingchannel.net, sign up for our email list, along with being subscribed here at the Trading Channel. Make sure to click that little notification bell. Click that like button before you go if you enjoyed today's content and if it brought value to your trading. I wish you the best of luck on your future trades, and I'll see you guys in the next video.